Before we get into some more hot topics, we want to introduce a new segment called Spill the Tea. And this time around, the tea is about us. We'll address a trending story that involves something we said or did in the past. And this is our chance for you to hear it from the horse's mouth, for us to clear the air. All right, I'll go first. Oh, Lord. Several blogs posted that I did not support Zaya Wade's decision to transition. The subject came up on Cocktails with Queens, so let me clear this up. That's so far from the truth. Here's the thing. You cannot confuse a conversation about an issue with hate. Negative conversation, negative comments toward that person is hatred. Insult to that person is hatred. Being rude to that person is hatred. The mere discussion about it is not hatred. And what I said about Zaya was, if she is 100, if she's down with being, in the public eye with her decisions that are usually personal, then of course I'm supportive. And the whole conversation was about Michelle Obama supporting Zaya, which I said was beautiful. And that's a positive. We were discussing it, defending the criticism that Michelle Obama got from Jay Book, right? And I said about the pressure that is on such a young child, being so visual. Where if you ever have, when you're growing up, going through puberty, there's a lot of things that go through your mind. I thought I was I was all over the place when I went through puberty. And I would hate for someone to say, no, you said this and you can't ever change your mind. That was my only conversation about it. My only concern was of Zaya Wade and her well-being. And Zaya seems to be very well adjusted, very well supported by her parents. And that's a beautiful thing, y'all. So please stop trying to put words in my mouth. I'm very direct and blunt. I don't really beat around the bush. So if I want to say something shady, I'll say it. And Zaya will get no shade from me. So hopefully y'all can just accept my words instead of trying to put words into my mouth. The mouth is closed going in from you guys. Okay. Actually, and next week, we're going to have a panel discussion, actually, that includes trans women on my show. And myself, we're going to come together and have an honest discussion about this with the trans community. And I put my money where my mouth, oh, I'm stuttering. I put my money where my mouth is. And anytime there's a misstep or a miscommunication, I like to immediately address it. I had something that happened on my radio station years ago. I invited members of the trans community because, like Funky Dineva said, the trans community needs to speak for themselves so we can get an understanding and learn and take our cues from them. And that's the only way we'll get educated and know what's correct. Okay.
Claudia, I have to say, I kind of understood exactly where you were coming from, because as you know, in media, you can become the poster child of something by default, right? Mm-hmm. And sometimes being that poster child can come with a lot of responsibility that you didn't sign up for. What you signed up for was what your feelings were at that time. So I do concur with you as it relates to that. If Zaya feels like Zaya, who?
Zaya Wade.
Zaya Wade. If Zaya Wade, which I don't really think that Zaya Wade really understands the significance of what she is doing right now, but I did understand where you were coming from as it relates to that, because they still are very young, and you can easily become a poster child of something that comes with a responsibility that you didn't necessarily sign up for.
And that's really all it was addressing. That's the only thing of concern it was to me. I mean, that much publicity on a child with any issue, never mind something that's so personal, is a lot of pressure. Being the face of anything.
The comments.
I mean,
I'm like, what, 40 years older than, well, not 40, 30 years older than Zaya. Zaya, is that right, y'all? Zaya. And I don't read the comments. So I read some of those comments and I was just mortified. Like, I was like, geez, some of those comments alone can derail a young child that's fragile, especially in the exploration of their sexuality and the transition as well. That was my main concern.
And look at what's happening already. We've got these grown-ass rappers and entertainers, grown-ass men that are speaking out against her. And it's just like, that's a tremendous amount of scrutiny and criticism to deal with at such a young age, when you're already at a vulnerable time of your life. Puberty is a time of your life where any child, gay, trans, straight, cis, whatever,
let me say one thing in reference to that. Y'all lay y'all burdens down. Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade are that girl's parents. They know what's best for their child. They know where their child's mental state is. And if they are not worried about it, and if they have not given us any proof that they are any unfit parent, that they are unfit parents, then y'all need to stop sitting at home putting and casting y'all's fears on this little girl. She's stronger than you think. She's more courageous than you think. And do you think if at one time she was not adjusting well or in harm's way or trying to kill herself, that her parents would allow things to continue the way they are continuing? Y'all are putting y'all's fears on that girl and her family. Stop.
I don't think so.
Her parents got this. They got it.
But we are allowed to have an opinion.
You're allowed to have. You're allowed
people
to
have opinions on
your
everything
opinion.
that we do. I mean,
You're allowed to have your opinion, but again, you're sitting here. You're casting your fears upon
That's
this
true.
girl.
No, I'm casting my concerns. I'm just casting my concerns of
If
how
her parents ain't concerned about it, why should you be? If I thought Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union were unfit parents, then this would be a conversation. Them people know what they doing with their child.